You're watching Electrified Journeys Japan, and uh-oh, I screwed up.
Another cool thing that the Leaf doesn't offer this has, you can actually turn completely off your regen braking. You can actually turn completely off your regen brake. You can actually turn completely off your regen braking. Hey, how you doing? Glad to be back. Glad to have you back. Well, isn't that interesting? Yep, I did make a mistake. I did a boo-boo on my first impressions video. I made a big boo-boo, and I said that you could turn the regen braking off. Oops. Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking there. Probably wasn't thinking, obviously, either because I'm too tired of the cold medicine I was on at the time. Not sure what it was that made me do it, but I had a stupid moment, and I just couldn't. It's weird because I even mentioned earlier in the same video, I mentioned how you can go through the menu and turn off what you want to see on your display, on your right hand side display. Turn on and off what you want to see. Do you want to see your battery health? Do you want to see how long you've been traveling since the last charge? Or do you want to see your regen braking? And you can go through and you turn those different displays on or off. And I don't know, but for some reason I spaced that out or something, and I was thinking to myself, that regen braking that you can turn on and off, that must be, you can turn the braking system on and off actually. No, you cannot. Oops. Absolutely cannot. It's strictly for your regen braking display. You can turn that on and off. So I just want to clear that up. I want to let you know I apologize for my brain fart there that I had, and definitely feel stupid. And then the funny thing is, this is my second attempt to make this video. My first video, which is still on my hard drive right now, I was watching it and I made a mistake again. I made a mistake again in this video, so I'm redoing it right now. And anyways, you cannot. I'll go to the B-roll. I shot some B-roll, and if you go through the menu, I'll show you right now. You go through the menu and you get to the area where you can scroll through your settings and your power. You see the power plug and stuff, and you go down to your customization menu area, and you can see all these options for turning different displays on or off. That's for the display. It's for the display. It is not for turning the system on or off. You can't turn your battery off. You can't turn your regen braking off. It's just for turning displays off. So just clear it up one more time. Make sure I want to make sure everybody hears me. I screwed up. You cannot turn the regen braking off on this car. You can turn the display off. All right. Now I said 1,000 times. Hopefully I won't get beamed for that later on in my life. I don't know. Second thing I'm making this video about is this goes out to Paolo. Paolo is he was talking to me on, I can't remember which video, off of which video, either the first impressions or maybe it was the other video. But he looked at my display and he thought my battery health was already bad. And I explained to him through the comments, but you can't really do a great job explaining the display through the comments, really. And so Paolo, this is for you. I'm going to show you right now using B-roll what the display, how it works. And actually your battery health feeder on the round main display does not show up. There is no battery health meter on that display. And I'll go through it right now. In the main display, the round display, you have speedometer on the top, telling you how many kilometers an hour you're going, or miles per hour, depending where you live. And right below that is your bar, and you have a little line with a white line bar underneath. And to the right of that white line is a white bar that goes across, and that's your power indicator. How many segs of power you're using for your 80 kilowatt hour battery. Just like those bubbles on the leaf. And on the left-hand side, you have a green line that goes across, and that's for your regen braking. If you know, the more green lines you see, the more segs of green you see, the more regen braking you're doing. Something interesting: when you charge to 100%, the white lines on the left-hand side of that vertical line are missing. They aren't there. They slowly show up as your battery percentage goes lower. So that's kind of cool. It's not just you won't see your green lines show up, but your actual white lines are gone too. I think it's the same probably on the, if I remember right, the Leaf does the same thing with the bubbles. I don't charge 100% very often, but I think so. Your bubbles are physically not there until your battery gets to a certain percentage, and they start slowly popping up one at a time. And it's the same thing with this car. When you're 100%, there's no white lines to the left of that vertical line, and then they slowly start showing up as your battery health, or not health, but your battery percentage goes down, not health. Below that, you'll see right below that there's a power plug, little icon, and right below that is this line. It's zero on the left, 1 on the right. That is not for your battery health. That is for your inverter. And your inverter has a timer you can set up. And once again, I'll show you on the B-roll. You can go into the menu section, go into power plug, and in power plug turn on a timer. I think it's called timer. I'm not sure. I can't think of the top of my head. But I think it's called timer. And you go in there and you can set up between 1 to 11 segs, I believe. I'm not sure. You'll know by looking at the B-roll. The B-roll I'm showing you will let you know how many segs you can choose. And what that does is that tells the car to shut the inverter off at whatever seg you set it at. So if you want to only use it up to, like, you only want to use to 10 segs, when your battery percentage gets to 10 segs, it'll shut down the inverter, so you won't use all your traction battery. You can turn that system off and just pay attention to it on your own, but if you forget, you could run the risk of draining your traction battery and being stranded somewhere. So it's kind of a nice feature they offer on that. It's pretty cool, especially if you're camping, So that is your inverter and your inverter timer on that line. Just below that are the segs on how much charge you have, and those coincide with the timer segs. Just above that, right? So below that is your charge, how much charge you have segs, and like at 80% you have 10 segs, 100% is 12 segs, and so on, right? And right now I just got to 9 segs right now, because I charged up to 80% just earlier, and traveled about 10 kilometers and dropped to 9 segs, which is normal, because it takes 80% just to get to 10 segs, so it's weird. And then right below that is how many actual kilometers the computer thinks you can drive on that charge. And granted, it changes quite a bit, especially in this van compared to the Leaf. But I will have to say, after driving for a while, I have a pretty good understanding. It's not as accurate as my Leaf is because it is a big, heavy vehicle, and hills and lots of stops affect its range. Plus, it's not aerodynamic at all compared to the Leaf, and so yeah, it definitely is very it changes quite a bit. It changes quite quickly depending on where you're driving and stuff like that. But after a while, I've figured it out, and I have a pretty good idea of what my range is using this range. The gasometer is pretty close, within 15 kilometers, it's pretty close, 10 to 15. I'll give it 10 to 15 cushion. Sometimes sometimes it's right on, sometimes it's way off. So this car, it's definitely different than the Leaf so far. And maybe I'll just, it just takes some more time in driving, getting accustomed to driving a van, and it's a different gear ratio and everything. And maybe eventually it'll get more accurate more often. I don't know. I still appreciate having it. It's still better than not having any kind of a range meter. So I do appreciate having this gasometer. It is still useful to a point. You just have to know. Just from driving, you should figure it out on your own, right? Same thing with Leaf owners, I think. So there we go on that. Let's see, what else? Oh, and then another man I was having a conversation with. I can't remember his handle, his channel name from the top of my head right now. But I was having a conversation with him, and he was a little upset in my not upset or angry, but he was hoping to see in my first impressions video some B-roll, some footage of the engine compartment. And I did shoot some video, but I didn't put it in the final cut because I figured nobody's gonna want to see that. It's it is funny looking compared to the Leaf because it's just so huge, and the motor looks so teeny in this engine compartment compared to the Leaf. The Leaf is everything's packed in there pretty tight. This car, you open the bonnet and bam, you just got tons of room everywhere, just tons of open empty spaces everywhere. It's pretty funny. But anyways, he wanted to see it, so I'm going to pop that in this video for him, and I hope he enjoys that. And that is it for this week. I'm just going to just want to do this quick video to let you guys know I screwed up on the regen brake, and that's a big mess up, so that's why I wanted to make sure I put this video out as quick as possible and keep it short so more people watch it. And then I want to hit Paolo with his display thing, his battery. On this car, your battery health meter is on the right hand side display. Sorry, I forgot that. It's on the right hand side of the round display, and you can, like I said, you can turn that thing on or off if you really don't. I'll probably just turn it off because I don't really care about how healthy my battery is right now. It's a brand new car, and so I'll probably once in a while check it, maybe once a year, but it's not important to leave it on. Yes, there you go, the B-roll, there you go, there it is. So yeah, I think I hit everything I wanted to in this video. I'm going to be making we went to Makahari today, and we shot a lot of B-roll of the car driving around Makahari. It's a great area for no power lines around, so you get some really good footage of the car driving around and stuff. And I want to do some evening shots, but I have to pick my wife up soon. So bummer, because this is a really good weather day for evening shots. That what they call the magic hour time. And that would have been, this car, I washed it. It's looking beautiful. It would have just really looked great. It would have really popped in those shots. But I got to get my wife, so maybe tomorrow I can do that shot. And I'm doing those B-roll. I'm doing the B-roll shots right now, getting ready for my owner's review. But I'm not quite ready to make that video itself yet because I still want some more hours in the van, some more driving time. I'm learning a lot as I drive this, and it's just, yeah, you'll see. It's pretty incredible what I've discovered and things like that. Let's see what else. Oh, but we are going to do a camping trip. This is a holiday week, and so most of the week is holiday. So we are going to take off and do a little one-day camping trip just to test out the van. It's also for some footage, some B-roll footage as well for that, for my review video as well. And I just want to try it out, and I want to be able to put it in the review video showing the camp, how good of a car this is for camping. I don't know about for 4 people, that's going to be tight. Really good for 2 people, really. Unless you have a tent top, which I'd love to get. The top, those things that pop open on the top of your car and they become a tent. If you have one of those, then you can do 4 people comfortably in here. Anyways, with that inverter and with the it being electric, so you can use air conditioning or heating all the time you're in the car. This car should be just perfect for camping. So we're gonna try a trip out. We're gonna have some fun, low budget entertainment for us, and also get some good footage for for the review video. And yeah, so that's what's coming up first. The first is the camping trip. I'll make a video separate for that, and then some of that stuff from the camping trip will show up in my review video as well. And so there you go. I hope this is short enough for you guys, and I will see you again soon. Have a good one.